second project that we had, which was really dear to us, was we decided to launch the first ever inclusion festival in Africa.
Yeah. Oh, very, very good. That's something we need to talk about. Yes.
Yeah. And we noticed that if we are going to talk about inclusion, in the course of our work, we've identified some remarkable individuals and organizations that promoted, some form of like cohesive society that try to put systems in place that create fairness and equality for all, irrespective of their gender, disability or abilities, ethnicity, and all the different protected characteristics that we have. So the question is, how do we promote inclusion by, first of all, recognizing these people? How do we, secondly, bring everyone from different sectors together under the same roof to network, learn, share ideas? And that was how the African Inclusion Awards was born. And that was the second major project that we actually had this year. And it was remarkable when we started it. I honestly did not know at that time that it was the first. And then once someone said, oh, have you checked online to see if this has happened anywhere else in Africa? I was like, not only has it not happened anywhere else in Africa, it does not really happen anywhere else in the world. We have awards in the world, but we don't have like an inclusion festival that brings people together of different, skills or different,
background and all that
background together to learn and understand, new research trends and all of that. So those are actually the two major projects that we had this year, and I'm really excited that as we're wrapping up the year, we thank God. It's been an amazing.
Very good. So about the festival.
Yeah.
Tell us more about it. When is it happening? Where is it going to happen? Who are the invited guests? Who are the awardees and all that? Tell us everything. Yeah.
Okay, so actually the award was supposed to, when we designed it this year, it was supposed to take place in November. That's from the 21st to the 23rd of November, just in a couple of days.
Yeah.
But as a result of the post-election, boaz that's been going on in Nigeria, as well as
yes,
and all of that. So we didn't want to take chances with all of our plans, and so we had to procrastinate it and move it creatively into 2024. Into 2024. So the way the award is designed in such a way that we are recognizing 23 remarkable individuals and organizations. We have 32 speakers from 12 African countries that would be participating in the conference.
That's good.
Yeah. It's actually a 3-day program. So the first day is the conference, where we will bring together over 1,000 young people who are passionate and organizations who are passionate about inclusion and want to create a more inclusive society. So they want to come learn, network, and all of that. So that's the first day. The second day is a festival, which is an informal event. So we meet at the beach. We bring people of different, abilities. We're working closely with quite a number of remarkable organizations and media houses to reach a wider group of people, bring people together so organizations can familiarize themselves, as well as government officials, familiarize themselves with the different kinds of people that we have, different characteristics that we have in our society.
Yeah.
I remember we were talking about the Nigerian, if there was I saw that we have this thing called the Inclusion Dialogue that takes place every Friday. We already had one today. It takes place every Friday at 6 o'clock West African time. And last week, the conversation for last week was if grading should be banned. And I remember, I remember someone asked a question, a really remarkable question, and said that do we realize that when the Nigerian last curriculum was updated, it was not, persons with disabilities were not taken into consideration, because the assessment criteria, the way the syllabus was designed, it was not designed in such a way to access people based on their different needs. And I think that's where mainstream education comes into play. Mainstreaming education comes into play. We don't have that in Nigeria and in most parts of Africa. And so the question was, do you think we should ban grading and create a more inclusive way of assessing students and training students as well? Which is a remarkable topic, but I won't delve deep into that. But basically, what I was just trying to say from all of this is just that what we are trying to do in the second day is to bring people together to familiarize themselves with the different groups that we have.
Yeah.
Government officials, come see and reevaluate your policies and your next policy review. Don't you think these people should be taken into consideration? And if so, how can we do it? Under the same roof, you get to meet people who are working remarkably, doing remarkable work around these different issues, and you can actually build networks with them, and they can actually work with you to design policies. And then the third day is the award night, obviously, where we actually bring it together like remarkable, wonder. I've said remarkable a lot.
Maybe because we are doing remarkable work.
Yeah. No, I try. I can only try. Thanks to my team, I can only try. So the third day is we have like wonderful speakers like Rufai Oseni, who of Arise TV.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's one of our keynote speakers who will be coming in to talk to us about the role of media in promoting inclusion and equality. And we'll also be bringing someone called Mrs. Crystal Chibu. She's the CEO of Irede Foundation. So Irede Foundation, they've got over a decade years of experience, like working with amputees, particularly those from disadvantaged families that may not be able to afford, accessibility equipment and technology. Also, we'll also have so it's Mr. Alex Akibe of African Cleanup Initiative. He also leads a project called Recycle Pay, where they promote like inclusive educational opportunities at the same time address the environmental decadence in rural communities. These people tend to be victims of the climate emergency. That's the truth about it, right? And so we're inviting them, as long as two other speakers that we are yet to confirm, but I won't disclose them.